What's going on, FA Nation? Jon Impemba here with James Grande. Welcome back into the Fantasy Lineup NBA DFS podcast and live stream recording here for Thursday's two-game main slate, James. We had the two-game to kick off the season on Tuesday. We had a 12-gamer on Wednesday. Back at it with a two-gamer here for Thursday. We have the Milwaukee Bucks facing off against the Philadelphia 76ers. We have the Los Angeles Clippers going up against the Los Angeles Lakers. 76ers and Lakers making appearances on both of the two-game slates to start the year.
Big markets always win out, John. They just always win out.
Both
no
of those teams
what.
got blown up by double digits.
I know it's one game. I just had a suspicion the Lakers were not going to be a good team this year, and I'm not going to say that they're not. But the West is so good. And I'm definitely concerned with the Lakers roster construction here, John. I think Philly has a better chance of figuring it out, especially after what we saw from James Harden game one. But I digress with all that. Happy to be back. Was a very nice Wednesday slate for you and I, especially over on the partner, the affiliates over at Prize Picks, over at Underdog. I have a pretty good lineup on DraftKings. You have a cashing lineup on FanDuel, or shout out to Luca to get you there.
Projected to be cashing. We'll see if Luca can hold the line,
But good playbook. Back-to-back days from you, John. So starting off the season hot.
Yeah. Starting off the season hot. And as those of you who are watching this and listening to this, the Thursday playbook likely already released. Our guy Ray Kuhn out there putting together the two-game playbook here for Thursday. So shout out Ray picking up here where I've left off, and leading into the weekend, you're up there on Friday. We got Ryan Kirksey there over the weekend picking up the two playbooks there as well. So a lot of action going on here to start the year. Hopefully a lot of continued success for everybody. And like I said, with these two-game slates, as we talked about on Tuesday, don't go crazy. Right, this is a step up above a showdown, but you're still. The player pools are limited. The value is limited. The pricing is a little bit different. There's going to be very high rostership on a lot of these guys. So, to be different, to be a separator is going to result in some risk there. So don't go spending a lot of your bankroll necessarily on a two-game slate. Because we got a sweet spot slate coming on Friday, James, which you'll be on the playbook for. So we'll be ready for that. But let's just get into it. Two games here. Looking at the point guard position, James Harden's at the top at $9,000. Again, a really great contrarian play, actually, on opening night. He went for over 50 fantasy points there. I don't think DraftKings has it updated. They don't. They take a week till they update their actual game logs here. But, he had a really strong night against Boston. I think he scored over 30 actual in that game. So Harden's at $9K. You got Drew Holiday at $7,900. Russell Westbrook, who started and actually was okay.
Looked good. Yeah, he looked pretty good.
He was pretty good at $7,000. And then we have the Clippers point guard situation. Now, Reggie Jackson, $6,200. I believe he's the one expected to start. John Wall's $4,900, though. And I'm not skipping Tyrese Maxey, but I'm just mentioning those two Clippers together. Maxey also very good on opening night. He's $5,200.
Yeah, so Harden will not be contrarian on this slate. That's for sure. Tough matchup against Drew Holiday, likely. Drew Holiday is an excellent defender. They did a league-wide players poll, John, this offseason, and they said, and the players voted Drew Holiday as the best perimeter defender in the league, which I found interesting. So Drew Holiday getting the Harden assignment, and probably vice versa. Holiday looked good in preseason. The last time we saw them, they played a boatload of minutes. Milwaukee had a full tune-up. Holiday played 35 minutes in the preseason. And I think we're going to get a really, really good version of Drew Holiday. I think you and I would generally be hesitant to pay $7,900 for him, except the fact that there's no Chris Middleton for quite a while. Right. No Middleton last year. Drew Holiday, 28.6% usage, 1.27 fantasy point per minutes. I can't wait for you to hear Giannis numbers without Middleton. Yeah. So I think Drew Holiday is poor play for me. We saw what Boston was able to do ad nauseum everywhere offensively against Philly. And I don't think Philly's going to be that bad defensively. But Embiid looked gassed in the second half.
Yeah.
Didn't look great with the way, even with PJ Tucker in the lineup, like Toby didn't look great in the second half. Like all those guys that got out to a good first half, because it was 63-63 at half.
So the Celtics were running and pushing the pace, and they wore those guys out. I don't know if you saw also the Celtics did an after-game weightlifting session, so they're just out there literally ready to go. So
okay, all right, Phoenix. We saw what happened when Phoenix did that. Quick exit from the playoffs after that. But I think Westbrook is a contrarian play here. 19, 11, 3. He looked kind of normal other than the assists, just like on the glass. 11 rebounds, took all of Anthony Davis rebounds. I'm upset about that, but I would play Davis. I do not have interest in Reggie Jackson. You talk about contrarian, is Reggie Jackson at 6,200. He's going to be sub 10%, especially knowing Kawhi's back, Paul George is back, and you mentioned the John Wall elephant in the room. So I'd rather play Wall. I'd rather play Maxey. I think Maxey's another excellent spot.
I mean, if Maxey's going to get Grayson Allen defense, right? Like,
yep. I mean, I guess that we don't know. Like, they could just play Holiday on Maxey because Maxey's good.
Sure.
Who knows? But Maxey was very good in game one in a tough spot. Every one of Boston's perimeter defenders are good. Brogdon, good. Derek White, good. Smart, great. And he still scored 21. So I agree. I think the elephant in the room of the position is John Wall. What do we do with them? I don't think he's going to play a huge role out of the gate, John. But I guess wait and see. I think, truthfully, I'd rather play Beverly for cheaper.
What about Nunn?
And I'd probably rather play Kendrick Nunn. Both of them are the Nunn play. Like, he came off the bench early, definitely played more minutes because one, it was a blowout. Two, Beverly picked up like 2 fouls in the first minute of that game.
Sure. And
then picked up the third foul a minute into the second quarter. Like, he had 4 minutes going into halftime. But I like Beverly as a value, and I like Nunn as a value. I'd probably rank both of them over John Wall.
How did Melton finish out the other night? I know he was on the floor. He made a couple buckets. Did he?
They did not play.
Not a ton.
Guys, they played Melton. I mean, I guess he played 21 minutes. So I shouldn't say they didn't play. 21 minutes, 5 points, 1 steal.
All right.
That was it.
All right. Shooting guard then. Paul George, shooting guard only, $8,900 against the Lakers. I mean, again, they have Jordan Nwora at 51. I don't know if they're anticipating him over Allen, I guess, or to both play.
No, I think Grayson is the.
Yeah, it feels like Grayson would probably be that guy there.
Yeah.
But Nwora is at 51. Norman Powell off the bench at 5K is pretty interesting, I think.
Yeah.
Right, they're not going to start Powell, right? They got Jackson, George, Kawhi, Zubac, and who?
Marcus Morris.
Marcus Morris, yeah. So Powell off the bench at 5K is interesting.
Dude, we loved Toronto 6-man Norm.
Yeah.
We loved 6-man Norm, dude. In Toronto, he was a problem. And then he was a problem when he started.
Yeah.
This is why the Clippers are being picked to win, or one of the favorites to win the finals, because they have a 6-man like Norm Powell who can, on a team, he can score 20 points a game.
Yeah. They got Trey Mann, 47. Decent.
Yeah.
Not Trey Mann. Yeah, Trey Mann, right. The other man
Terrence.
plays on. Yeah, Terrence plays on the. Yeah.
No, Terrence is on the Clippers.
Terrence on the Clippers. Trey is on the. Right.
Exactly. On the Thunder. Yes.
Yeah. Confusing the same names.
Nailed it.
We got it. We figured it out. So he's 47. I mentioned Grayson Allen. I like Grayson Allen at 46. Really good shooter last year. He was from 3. He was pretty strong for Milwaukee there for a bit.
41%.
Yep.
From 3.
Yep. Does Kennard get any run anymore or no? Do you think he's done?
I think he's dead. I think he's dead.
Yeah, he's dead. Right. We hit Nunn. I mean, would they start Wes Matthews? I know they used to throw that at us last year.
Let's see what Milwaukee's projected to start. I don't think Wes Matthews is going to start, but maybe. I guess he's projected to start. So maybe we are going to get Wes Matthews. Their projected starting lineup is Drew Holiday, Grayson Allen, Wes Matthews, Giannis, Brook Lopez.
Yeah, according to as of yesterday's update here from Ben Steele, the Milwaukee Sentinel, it says that he's good to go for Thursday, and then the analysis is Matthews is competing with Jordan Nwora for the starting small forward spot. So,
look, I mean,
if Nwora starts, I mean, I don't mind it.
He does not give an F. When he's on the floor, that man is shooting the basketball. He does not care.
Yep, I agree. Austin Reeves, we talked about him a little bit the other night. It's still, if it's a blowout, like he's going to get run, but he's kind of in their rotation anyway. So
yeah, he checked in early with the Beverly foul trouble. 16 minutes only. He lost out some minutes to Westchester County's finest, Matt Ryan.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Ex-Celtic great.
They said that he was that he is only on the team because he could shoot threes, and then they were like he was 10 for 31 during their preseason. I was like, that's not a good 3-point percentage, but
he is the only one on their team I think that may be making a three this year.
LeBron said after the game, he's like, let's just face facts. We don't have lasers out here, right? We don't have guys shooting lasers out here.
One game into the year.
Let's just face facts. Our team doesn't have any real shooters on it, so.
Brutal.
Yeah,
probably should have kept Monk. I mean, they probably should have done a lot of things last year. They didn't do a lot this year either. I think Reeves is a contrarian play. If anything, the 16 minutes, probably we could maybe see it trickle into 20 in the 20s.
Small forward, Kawhi's at 8,400. I mean, I feel like you got to play.
Yeah.
Gotta play Kawhi at 84. He's gonna be on LeBron. I mean, that's that matchup. $93 for $100 for LeBron James. Toby at 55. Lonnie Walker at 41. We played Lonnie the other night. He wasn't too bad.
Yeah, I think he's going to kind of be what he is for the Lakers. Like, he's gonna start. He's gonna have games where he shoots the ball well. He's going to have games where he does absolutely nothing. And then he's going to have games like he did on opening night where he doesn't really shoot well, but we get 5 assists, 3 rebounds, a steal, and a block. We get a little bit of everything. So I think Lonnie Walker is very boomer bust. And the boom isn't 40, but he can get you 30 fantasy points.
Yep, I agree with you. But again, I think we're pretty consistent here, liking Kawhi. Small forward only, so...
I love Grayson. I do love Grayson Allen this slate. And if you're not playing Kawhi or LeBron here, I liked shooting guard more than I like this small forward.
Sure.
So I would be perfectly fine just plugging Grayson Allen in whatever format, cash, tournaments, whatever.
Yep. Power forward. Giannis is at 10-7 against
Must
Philly.
play.
Anthony Davis is at $8,600.
I mean, still too cheap. I know he didn't do great on the glass. Well, he was great offensively, and he had 4 steals and a block. Great. He just 6 rebounds, no assists for a guy who averaged 10 rebounds and 3 assists last year.
Yeah.
So a little bit to be desired there. I think there's merit. Look, Anthony Davis is an elite FanDuel play because he just provides so much upside in the blocks and the steals category. Good DraftKings play. I think there's going to be plenty of double-doubles in the bag, but we just need more there.
Yep. Toby's at 55, kind of a meh play, but he's the price there. Probably rather play Bobby Poe at 54, even though he's going to be coming off the bench. For them, there's just a lot of high fantasy point per minute output. Marcus Morris at 4,500. I just worry about his offense now with Leonard and George back. We used to look at those usage rates, and basically when those guys were on the floor, Morris just wasn't shooting enough to really make a big difference there. So same thing with Batum. I don't know how much you can play Batum anymore, given sort of the health that the Clippers currently have. Well, that's it for that position for power forward. It's Giannis.
Right? Yeah, it's Giannis. What's funny? I don't know what the Clippers are going to do, but Batum might be the backup center, just given their roster. So we know the one thing we know about the Clippers.
No, it's Robert Covington.
I guess they have Covington. 7. Yeah, I guess they have Covington.
The center only Robert Covington. So.
Yeah, like PJ Tucker played. How many minutes did he play on opening night? They all played a bunch of minutes, right? The whole Philly. PJ Tucker played 33 minutes, Sean, but 6 points, 4 rebounds, and a block.
Yeah, he's not very good.
Not gonna.
He's a better actual NBA player because he's like a good defender supposedly, but Tatum did whatever he wanted all night.
Well, like that's Tatum just.
Sure, but like he's supposed to be out there to defend those guys.
Sure, fair.
And maybe 4 years ago PJ Tucker could, but he's older now. So,
sure.
Center position, they gave you Giannis at 10-7 if you wanted to play him there. You got JoJo on the opposite. Embiid had a good night. He just ran out of gas and they got blown out. Does he have an advantage against Brook Lopez in this spot? Yep. Is he going to be able to take advantage of that matchup? Maybe. Giannis looming around him probably causes some problems there for him. So, it doesn't mean you shouldn't consider him, but, just thoughts on Embiid in this spot.
I mean, like, if we're ranking by priority, I mean, he was really good against them last year. 63 fantasy points in 2 meetings. I think Giannis is the top spend of the slate after what we saw in that Philly game against Boston. Also, Milwaukee third in pace last year.
Sure. I mean, both of these guys battle. I mean, Giannis averaged almost 70 DraftKings points.
Yeah, I think Giannis is the priority spend. If we're going to get that type of form from LeBron this year, what we saw, I mean,
yeah,
he might be second. I don't know. Hard not to like Embiid at 10-3 on a 2-game slate because we know there's 70 in the back.
Sure. There are other, obviously, guys that, unlike last slate where center was dropped off very quickly, like Zubac, you can certainly throw in there, especially if he's going to play more minutes like they kind of rumored him to this year. If he plays 25, that's more than we're used to him playing. So 5,300 for him. Brook Lopez at 48 is doable. Covington, again, coming off the bench, not really where I want to play, but I played Montrezl Harrell the other day, and did it work out for my favor? No, but it should have. The guy could not hold on to a basketball, and nobody else played him. I was 0.6% rostered on Montrezl Harrell. I would be willing to go back there. I will. He's going to get on the floor. We know what he can be in terms of a fantasy point per minute guy. I'm willing to run back to Montrezl here.
I think the one problem I have is that, and I don't think this is going to be every game, but like, what if he just runs these guys into the ground? I mean, Embiid played 37 minutes. Harden played 37 minutes. Maxey played 38 minutes. Toby played 34. Tucker played 33. So every starter.
Good.
Yeah, but like that, if he's playing Embiid 37 minutes, Harrell's playing 11 minutes. And I know he can put up numbers in 11 minutes. I'm not saying, but like, it's tough to.
My thought is that I don't think that is a sustainable pace for Embiid and all that.
Embiid, yeah.
They had him basically play the entire second quarter. Joel did. Yeah. So like, I agree. Like Harrell maybe doesn't have the 20 minutes, but I also don't know if they can continually run Embiid 38 minutes a night either. So
that's fair.
Especially after as gassed as he looked in that first game. I don't know if Doc realized that like they just had nothing left come the third quarter, fourth quarter rather in that game. So again, you had to be different somewhere. I'm still willing to go back to Harrell. In 8 minutes he can still go down and get you 4 points, 4 boards, and like 2 blocks, right? Like that's fine for 3,600.
Here's my favorite cheap center of the slate, Robert Covington.
You like Covington, okay?
I think it's because the Lakers, I don't know how many minutes Zubac is going to play. if he can't guard Davis
Sure.
on the perimeter or just anywhere, because I think this is a matchup that he can exploit like rather well. And when you look at Zubac last year, 21 minutes per game against them, for a guy who played 24 minutes a game
Sure.
for the year. So Covington in 4 games, 28 minutes per game.
Okay.
So maybe it's a situation where they're like, hey, Bob Cove, like, we need you to chase Anthony Davis around. So we're going to rely on you a little bit more. And I'm not saying I hate Zubac because I think he is in play. I mean, he's one of the only centers on the board.
Yeah.
That like are actually we have 4 games, 4 teams. But like Covington 4,400, I don't know why he's only center. Like he's obviously not going to only play center this year. But I do think that we could maybe see an extended Covington versus Zubac, if there's foul trouble. 1, which I think Anthony Davis could put him in peril early. 2, if he's trying to chase him around and like we know he has no foot speed. Zubac.
Yeah.
Like, so I don't know. Just a thought that I had for Bob Cove, and you can play him and Embiid, obviously. Embiid at center and Bob Cove in util if you want to roll that route.
Yep. Yeah, that's fine. Again, you got to be different somewhere. It's a 2-game slate. Ray Kuhn will have the full write-up for you all for this 2-gamer here as we get ready to dive into our first Friday slate, which will be covered by you. We'll obviously have the live stream podcast for Friday's slate. Those folks have followed us along. Podcast live stream will cover the Monday through Friday slates. We're still here on Discord though, Saturday and Sunday. So if you have any questions, you can always get in there and ask us those, and we'll help you on your weekend lineups as well. James, any final thoughts for everybody here? Anything parting words for this 2-gamer?
The parting words are: I can't wait to build this lineup for the 2-game slate, John.
Sure, we gotta build a lineup. I forgot about that. Forgot we had to build a lineup. Let's build a lineup. Where are we going? Point guard. Harden?
Well, I was thinking, first person I plugged in was Giannis, just to see where we'd go from
Giannis
there.
at power forward or center?
Yeah, I put Giannis at power forward. We hated that position.
Okay.
Grayson Allen maybe at small forward. Kawhi, right?
Yeah,
Kawhi 84.
Yeah.
Why cheaper than Paul George, huh?
Grayson Allen at shooting guard.
Grayson Allen shooting guard.
Center, you want to go Covington?
So, I mean, I guess what do you want to do because we're going to be finding a second spend up. We can go Covington. I don't hate it. 4,400. Second spend up is either going to we have Kawhi, so I guess.
Yeah, we can't really get another big spend up. We can do,
unless we go Kendrick Nunn again.
Yeah, it's like we can get Harden and then go Nunn at guard.
Nunn or Beverly.
Do you think Beverly? I mean,
Beverly was playing more. Beverly played more even through foul trouble. But Nunn still played 23 minutes. It's not like he didn't play.
Well, my thing really is like, what does Beverly give us for fantasy production?
He had 4 steals, 2 blocks, 3 points, 2 assists, 2 rebounds.
All right.
So on DraftKings, what is that? 12, 15, 17, 20 fantasy points?
Yep.
Which is pretty much what we need, right? That's like...
Yep, I agree. So if we do Nunn, we can do Lonnie Walker at 41 as a forward. And that gives us a $4,700 utility, which isn't much. Marcus Morris is an option.
So what did we do at point guard? We did Pat Bev?
No, point guard I did James Harden, Grayson Allen, Kawhi Leonard, Giannis, Covington, Beverly, Lonnie Walker, and a $4,700 utility.
So if we went, let's just toy around. If we went Nunn, that gives us 51. Does that make it any better?
Norman Powell.
Yep. Brooke Lopez.
Yep. I mean, I'd play Powell over Lopez probably.
I would probably play Powell. 2 bench clippers. But Brooke is going to meet his match, right? With
You could go Montrezl. Or
Powell.
Tucker at 35 if you want to really spend down.
I don't hate the Powell. I don't hate the Powell thing.
Okay. So Covington,
5,000.
Covington, none.
Are you like 100% on Harden?
No. Do you want to go Drew?
Yeah, maybe toy it around just to see if
or
that
Westbrook?
helps anything.
Do you trust Westbrook? I mean, it's gonna help. I mean, it gives us $7,100.
How many people are gonna play him?
After
it's gonna help, but then there's nothing.
I think more people will play him after Tuesday.
That's fair. That's a fair point.
So could play Drew. $6,200 utility gives us.
What if we did?
Zubac,
I got
Porek,
something.
Maxey. Yeah.
I got something.
All right.
What if we did out Harden in Maxey?
Yeah.
Out Powell in Anthony Davis.
Sure. Works.
Is that too many Lakers?
I don't think so. So we have none Walker Davis?
None Walker Davis with Maxey.
Okay, and what if we did Paul George instead? Would you do Kawhi and Paul George?
I don't see why not.
Or you could do AD at center.
I kind of like the... Ooh, that's a good one. I kind of like the...
It doesn't actually do anything for us.
It doesn't do anything. It just puts us right back on Covington.
Gives us right back to Mark... Well, because, yeah, it gives us right
Marcus
back to
Morris or Covington.
Yeah. Or Pat Bev.
But back to 4 Lakers.
4 Lakers. Yeah, that's true.
41 for Morris. Does that put it... Or 41 from Lonnie Walker. No, we'll play Lonnie Walker. He was...
Yeah.
I don't know. Is this fine? Like, are you okay with this? Or would you rather pivot?
No, I'm good with it.
I feel like what was it? Davis, Maxey, or Powell, Harden, right?
Yeah.
What's your opinion there? Do you want Harden, Powell? Like, I think Powell...
Harden looked very good.
Harden did look very good. And we don't know... I mean, we know about Ant, but we don't... What's the spread in this game is close, 5.5, with the Lakers home game.
I mean, I like Maxey a lot, though, too, so...
Decisions here, John.
Do you want to do Portis at center?
Good. He's going to play backup 4, backup 5.
So, if we... Oh, I clicked on my guy. Where's Portis? There it is. So, we do Maxey, Allen. Well, this gives us 4 Milwaukee
$4 going with Drew, yeah.
Yeah, $4 going with Drew. Or we go Westbrook. We'll just do Westbrook. 3 Lakers.
We are stacked to the gills with Bucks and Lakers.
Oh, never mind. I got it.
You got it?
Yep, I got it.
All right, so you moved off Russ.
Or
did you not?
Wait, this is good. One time. Okay, I got it. All
right, let's hear the line.
Hold on.
This is the process, guys. This is the process that we deal with every single day.
All right. I got it. Ready?
Yep.
Okay. Maxey.
Okay.
Powell.
Ooh.
Leonard.
Okay.
Giannis.
Yep.
Portis.
Okay.
Nunn.
Yep.
Allen.
Yep.
Westbrook.
Yep. One.
That's it.
And it was like $900 left over, and then the move to Powell is nice.
Yep.
That was a nice move because we know Powell can score 20 off this bench, especially if Kawhi is limited in any fashion, or Paul George, or they just decide like we don't need an actual point guard on the floor because we have Paul George and Kawhi, or if they go small and they use Kawhi at the 4.
Right. Yep. So that's the lineup. So
like
that's what we're doing, everybody. We're gonna go Maxey, Powell, Leonard, Giannis, Portis, Nunn, Allen, Westbrook for the lineup here for 2 games. Again, Ray Kuhn will have the playbook available to everybody there. If you have any questions, get us in the Discord. We'll be back for Friday's podcast. James will be on the playbook. You can catch us guys later.